The six-stroke roll. We've done a lot of roll rudiments that are built off of the five-stroke roll, traditional, the five-stroke triplet variation. The six-stroke roll is a little bit different because I add an extra accent. So five-stroke roll, traditional, is a gateway rudiment to playing the 9-stroke, the 13, and the 17. The five-stroke triplet variation is a tap roll that is the same technique as learning the 7-stroke, the 11-stroke, and the 15-stroke roll. So you see how you can learn a couple of rudiments and then it applies to a bunch of other rudiments? This rudiment is the same. The six-stroke roll has two doubles, double, double, 2, 4, and two accents. Double, double, accent, accent. All right? Now, just like we learned from the other rudiments, let's start off by doing multiple bounces. Not that you see a lot of buzz six-stroke rolls. Can do that. Don't see it a lot, but let's do it just because it's an easy way to learn. All right, so six-stroke roll, as I have notated here, you're going to start off with two buzzes, buzz, buzz, accent, accent. So those are all in the same shell or the same base. So I make sure that I keep the tempo the same on every stroke. Buzz, buzz, accent, accent. Now, this is the first time that you have accent, accent, or two downstrokes in a row. Buzz, buzz, down, down. So we might need to just isolate that a bunch of times so you can get that flow that happens for the bam, bam. All right? It's a cool looking rudiment and it sounds really cool when you get it faster, but we want that two heights. Buzz, buzz, accent, accent. Try it with me. Ready, go. Buzz, buzz, accent, accent. 2, ready, go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, ready, go. When we put those together and we eliminate the space in between, we think of those double accents and it goes right into the next buzzes. So there is no break in the roll. It sounds like a tap roll, but with a double tap. All right, so let's break it down slow. So buzz, buzz, accent, accent, buzz, buzz, accent, accent. The hand motion stays consistent, but I lift up on my buzzes. I play downstrokes on my accents. All right, so it takes a minute to get used to that up, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Really kind of looks funny when you see it at a very slow tempo. So just play that a bunch of times starting on the left hand. 1, 2, ready, go. Buzz, buzz, accent, accent. Buzz, buzz, accent, accent. Buzz, buzz, accent, accent. Buzz, buzz. Now I'm really exaggerating at this very slow speed, all right? If we play it a little bit faster, I can not exaggerate so much on my downstrokes. Once you learn it starting on your left hand, learn it starting on your right hand. This is one of those rudiments that doesn't alternate, so you either have to play it all off of the left or all off of the right. All right? So take a little bit of time before you even move on to the next part of the video. Take some time and work on your buzzes. Okay, either starting on the right or the left. Once you have that, then you can do exactly what we did with the 5-stroke roll. We can play it with doubles instead of multiples. All right, so back up to our first one. Now with doubles, double, double, accent, accent. Digga, digga, bop, bop, ready and go. Digga, digga, bop, bop, ready and go. Digga, digga, dop, bop, ready and go. Digga, digga, dop, bop. And off of the right hand. Ready and go. Digga, digga, bop, bop, ready and go. Digga, digga, bop, bop, ready and go. Digga, digga, bop, bop, ready and go. Digga, digga, bop, bop. Stop there. Then, once you have that down, you can put them back to back. If I start on my left hand, digga, digga, bop, bop, digga, digga, bop, bop, digga, digga, bop, bop, ready and go. Digga, digga, bop, bop, digga, digga, bop, bop, digga, digga, bop, bop, digga, digga, bop. So I'm learning how to do that double accent. Pretty soon it becomes natural and it flows, all right? It does take some time before it starts flowing, where you're not having to think of, what are my hands doing, right? You have to open up those pathways in your brain, learning those motor skills in your muscles to be able to play it the same way every time. And then practice it off with the opposite hand. All right, so that is a very traditional way of just starting to learn the 6-stroke roll. What we generally see the 6-stroke roll is as a tap roll that starts with the first accent. So the way I have it played or demonstrated here is the way that you're going to see it a lot of times in music, where we start with an accent, I play 2 doubles, and then I have another accent. Dop, digga, digga, bop, bop. Dop, digga, digga, dop, bop. Dop, digga, digga, bop, bop. So it's the same rudiment, I'm just writing it a different way. This is the way you're going to see this written commonly in a lot of different notation in rudimental literature. All right, when I put it back to back, notice it's the same thing. I have it written here twice, 2 different ways. One is bouncing the notes in between the accents. One is with an 8th note, which basically is my 2 bounces. So here's this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 1. All right, so that's twice in a row, and then you could just repeat it over and over. So notice this tap roll starts on the right hand. But you always have that double accent. You can do the same thing starting on the left. Very cool rudiment once you get faster. Bo, jado, 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 jada. Very, very important rudiment. So this is a gateway rudiment to one other rudiment, the 10-stroke roll. Now the 10-stroke roll on a lot of rudiment charts is written as but in reality, what you see a lot is the double accent 10-stroke roll that's played as a tap roll. All right, so learn your 6-stroke roll, first starting off with your multiple bounces, getting used to that double accent, string them together. Play it off the right, play it off to the left, then change it into a tap roll. Multiple bounces, double bounces, and then you're good to go to learn an 11-stroke roll or a 10-stroke roll if you want to. That pretty much covers all your double bounce rolls. So if you have learned in tier number 1, the open double stroke roll, the multiple bounce roll, and then in tier number 2, the 5-stroke traditional 5-stroke roll, the 5-stroke triplet variation, and a 6-stroke roll, hey, you're done with all or you can really play any of the roll rudiments. So you might want to go to those other lessons just to get through all of those, and then play along with those on the play along tracks and all of that kind of stuff. But it's really about establishing the fundamentals and getting that down before you move on to the next rudiment. So really work on those, and then I'll join you in our next rudiment.